Alright guys, welcome back to CD's Automotive and Repair. Well, as you can tell by the title of the video, um, I went ahead and bought another S10. This one is a parts truck. As you can tell, the front end's clips about all gone, bumper's gone, grill and everything like that. Whoever had it really, really had their fun with taking this apart. There's a lot of things missing off this truck. And I'm going to go around. The truck does run and drive, and paid $300 for it. It's a 1992 Chevrolet S10. It is a 5-speed, but I'm not going to tell you what engine's in it until I open the hood. Have you guessing until that happens. Does have good tires on it, front and back. The back tires are too big for it. It's actually got 235, 75, 15. That's way too big. Still got my other truck over there. This is going to be the parts truck for this one. So everything that's good out of here, or still good, is going to go in this one right here. And everything like that. Did get the engine out. Engine is gone under this. I took it out. Was going to rebuild it like we had talked about before. Kind of changed plans, changed my mind about that. I really don't want the 2.5 that's in here. It's not enough horsepower to me. 92 horsepower just ain't getting it. And even before the head gasket got really bad, the truck just never really had enough power to me. And this one was an automatic. So the problem is, guys, and if you know or what you could tell me, the 5-speed V6 that's in this will not fit in here. The V6 motor will, but the transmission won't, because I'd have to change everything over for the 5-speed transmission. And the clutch is wore out in this. Thing's got 336,000 miles. It's really wore out. The problem is that this is an automatic, and the 2.5 transmission will not bolt up to the V6 that's in here. And I'll show you why in just a minute. Because the V6 bell housing is different than the 2.5 4-cylinder, something along those lines is what I was reading up online on the S10 forum. But if you have any other, maybe some answers that I don't know, or maybe some questions, feel free to leave those down in the bottom of the comments. I'd really appreciate it, because it's really kind of really irritating, because I can't take the V6 out of here, put it in here until I have another transmission. So now I'm kind of screwed on that. But I'm going to go through this whole truck, make sure the engine and everything is running good and done before I remove it out of here and put it in this truck. And this truck's going to be set. I'm going to clean every bit of this up, pressure wash it down, paint everything, paint the whole frame, the whole cross member, every bit of it. I want everything done right, because when I put everything together and put it in the truck, everything's going to be done. I'm not going to be messing with it anymore. I don't want to have any more issues down the road. And when y'all find out what engine is in the truck, a lot of people's going to be hating, and that's fine, because a lot of people don't like that engine. Me personally, I do, because the Chevrolet Celebrity that I had the same engine, and particularly to me, I really love those engines. They ran fine. A lot of people hate them. Some people love them. I tend to love them. Anyway, so does have a green front end. I don't know what happened here. Maybe it was wrecked. I don't know what in the world is going on. It really needs a bath. The paint's kind of good right here, but the clear coat's gone. The whole hood, I don't know what happened here. It does have a cracked windshield. Like I said, the truck does run and drive, but it needs brake work. Wheel cylinder on this side leaks. I don't know if it's because of that leaking, that the front end brakes, when I go to apply them, that it does this little shake number thing. When you're driving it down the road, the whole front end does this. And I'm wondering that's because it's not good enough brake pressure and it's all leaking out of that wheel cylinder. And that's one of the reasons why it shakes like it does, because to me, I looked inside here and I don't particularly see any lines. Not that bad when I could tell. No, them rotors are actually really in good shape. But the Body wise, it's kind of beat up really bad. It does have the trim package on it. The brake light switch for the brake pedal sticks, and sometimes the lights stay on. Have to go in there and wiggle the pedal, and that fixes that. Rear windows busted out. The bed's all beat up. It's rust setting in. There's the tube for the air duct, air cleaner. And I really think what happened to this truck, and I did not get a title on this. I'm not worried about a title because, like I said, I'm not planning on driving this or putting it on the road. It's basically a parts truck. But once I'm done getting what I want out of it, I'm going to sell the truck or either part it out and hopefully try to get my money back what I have into it, which is $300. But rubs the fender just like mine did. Door panels in okay shape for what it is. That door handle is actually pretty good, but the driver one's wore out. As everyone knows, the Chevrolet S10s, they stick about right in here when they wear out. This one's actually pretty good. Window rolls up and down on this side. The one on that side's off track. Door panel piece is missing. Dash is busted. Radio's gone. Cigarette lighter is gone. Interior needs a really detailed cleaning. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum and clean it up just to make it look a little bit better so it's not so trashy. Man, throw a couple mats in here, and not a good sign when you see ATF in the floor, and then there's power steering underneath the hood, the bottom of that. And I can't check the oil. We'll get to that in a minute. The seat is not bolted down. I don't know what in the world happened right there. Somebody took the bolts for the seat, so I've got to find some bolts and bolt the seat down, because when I was driving it home, it this thing was all over the road. It shifts good, goes through the gears. Glove box even works. Light works too, isn't it? Door shuts good. Well, it says it's got good tires on it for what it is. And the grill off of it looks like it come off of a cooking grill or something like that, or maybe a shelf out of Walmart. Who knows? Window's off track, so it's not that right. Door handle's gone, so I have to find a door handle at the junkyard. I just want to find a couple things for this truck just to get it to where I can actually run it and drive it and kind of move it around, just so I can get in and out of it without having so many issues and things like that. But so the door doesn't door jamb. The hinges are gone. Doesn't line up with the door. You have to pick up the door and actually really slam it to get it shut. And because of the door handle being gone on the outside, I have to go through the passenger side when I roll up this window to open this door back up. So that kind of sucks. There is a lot of things that are different from this 92 to my 85 GMC. As luxury wise, updated steering wheel, which is going to be mine. I don't like that steering wheel. I put this on here just because to protect my clothes. This seat's gone completely. Somebody put a trash bag in here. Yeah, the seat's gone right there. The rest of the seat's pretty much fine. It's got a couple tears here and there, but I mean, it's a good donor seat. I don't need one. Mine's good. It does not have cruise control. The lights in the dash don't work. I don't know why that is. When I drove it home, it was kind of getting dark, and when I turned on the headlights, the dash lights were not working. The ones over here were. These were lighting up, but the ones in the dash wasn't. Temperature gauge doesn't work. It must be a common issue. Oil pressure gauge works as far as I know. It's accurate, and the alternator battery gauge works, charging 14 like it's supposed to. The gas gauge works too. Blower motor works. It doesn't have AC. Go ahead and pop the hood. Oh, and one other good thing I like about this truck. Push the clutch in. No keys. Let's go ahead and fire it up for a good old cold start, shall we? So, you guessed yet what motor's in this? Probably have. Another thing I like about this is it has this bottom tray for storage. The older models, S10s and GMCs, does not have this. I'd really like to have this dash, but I'm not going to go through this whole work trying to remove this dash and put it in that truck. That's just too much work. So, have you figured it out? If you're right, yes, this is the 2.8 V6 TBI fuel injected engine. Like I said, a lot of people hate on these motors. A lot of people say these motors are crap. A lot of people say that they always had issues. Well, I'm here to say this thing's got 336,000 miles and it's still running like new. Now, when I got the truck, it did have a misfire. Figured that out. It's two back plug wires. Fixed that. Truck's running fine now. But I did went ahead and bought brand new wires, plugs, an air filter, and everything. So now it should run a lot better. But I haven't put all that stuff in there yet, simply because I haven't pressure washed the whole engine down. As you can tell, the thing looks like it's been sitting. It's got dirt dauber's nest there, and right down there. I don't know what oil tank this thing takes. I'm pretty sure it's probably 530 and needs to have an oil change, because if you look down here, you barely see that white mark sliding across. That's an oil filter. It's white. That thing's blacker than soot. And there's no telling when the last time it's ever had a oil change. And like I said, I can't check the oil. There's no dipstick. So I'm going to have to buy another whole dipstick tube at the junkyard, which is no problem. Like I said, I'm going to buy everything that I can cheaply wise, as far as like a dipstick, door handle, things like that from the junkyard, just to fix the truck up a little bit where I can get it moving around and everything like that. It does have a new water pump. It's got a bad power steering leak, which, if I'm not mistaken, right down there, and the camera's not really wanting to focus. You see that right there, that hose is not on there, just not quite right. It's probably loose, and that's where the power steering leak's coming from, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to pressure wash the whole thing down, soak it, clean it, go from there, then put plugs and wires on it, see how she runs, and should do a lot better. So let's go ahead and move it out, and I'll show you the rest of the truck. Alright, now as I stated earlier, guys, I really think this truck came from the junkyard, just because of the way it smells and how it's been parted out as far as parts wise. If it had the front grille and the bumper and everything, it wouldn't really look so bad of a truck. And I'm thinking about maybe grabbing a couple pieces from my neighbor. He's got an S10 as well. It's the same year. May grab a couple parts, maybe find a grill or something. I've got an aftermarket grill. I'll get rid of that ugly crap and maybe find a cheap bumper and throw it on there, just so I can put the marker lights back where they're supposed to be. Just things like that, so the truck will look a little bit better. So yeah, there's the back tires. Some thick tread in them. They are a little dry rotted, but I am going to put them on my girlfriend's Jeep. As everyone knows about that Jeep, it's that famous 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it needs tires, so I'm going to take the tires off here and put them on there. And you can see already the switch is already sticking, the brake lights are staying on. I'll have to go wiggle the pedal. Okay. Back bumper's pretty straight. It is the chrome, so I may be taking this off and putting it on mine because mine's not chrome. So some good old steel wool and some mothers will take care of that and bring that comb right back out where it's supposed to be. So if I rub it, yeah, that chrome was going to look good. Tag lights work on it as far as I know. I don't have any backup lights, not sure why yet. I just got the truck 2 days ago, so I haven't really messed with it just yet to figure out what's going on, the odds and ends on it. Tailgate works. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good parts truck. $300 runs and drives. But the truck does need a lot of work. Like I said, it needs brakes, it needs a wheel cylinder, it needs, I believe the clutch is going. Not 100% on that. It doesn't leak or nothing, but for some reason it's like sometimes it's a little bit stronger than other times. Anyway, it needs shock, struts, brakes, maybe a clutch. It needs a bad tune-up, needs an oil change, because this thing bounces all over the place. So, and with 336,000 miles, I mean, I can't blame it. If it still bounces like that, you need some struts and shocks. Of course, these do not have struts, they have shocks, so they're pretty cheap, probably about $15-$30. Maybe about $30-$35 for two. But I'm really not going to be doing that because, like I said, it's just a parts truck. But yeah, so the question is, I'm going to be cleaning this up, getting it running right, going right, everything before I take it out, make sure everything's good before I take it out, take it apart, and put it in that truck. But it needs valve cover gaskets so far. It needs a tune-up. Serpentine belt looks to be new. I'll have to change the wiring harness from this one to that one. That's no problem. It's plug and play as far as I know of. Transmission wise, like I was talking about, if that one was a 5-speed, it'd be a piece of cake to transfer this one to that one, which is not, and that's the problem. Everything that I was reading online as far as the S10 forum, everybody that wanted to put a 2.8 in the older models already had a 5-speed in there, or they were both automatic and they had to get another transmission. But my problem is I have an automatic 2.5 and this is a 5-speed 2.8. So I'm going to have to find another transmission. And the 4.3s had a 700 R4. I'm not 100% sure what transmissions these had stock. I know the bell housing and everything for 4.3 is just like a V8. So that's probably not going to work for this. I'm not sure. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the bottom. I'd appreciate it. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. There'll be more updates about this truck and that truck coming up soon as best as I can. I make how-to repair videos just about every other week or whenever possible, whenever I can. And if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button, smash that button. We're almost at 400 subscribers, and hope it keeps going. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Thanks.